Welcome to our course on Revit Structural Detailing 2025 for designing and detailing of steel structures. This time we bring you a step-by-step course for the designing, detailing, and structural integrity validation of steel structures and their connections. Beyond the simple drawing and drafting of the structure, this course will enable you to perform the integrity verification of the connections in your structure based on the internal forces present across the members, such as bending moments, shear, and axial forces. Verification that, worth noting, will regard both the American and the European design code, and thus this step-by-step course will help you to achieve an accurate and safe design of the connections, so you can confidently fabricate them in the shop. To obtain precise values for the internal forces, we'll briefly touch on the integration of Revit Structure with Robot Structural Analysis Professional. Specifically, we'll use Robot Structural Analysis Professional as a tool to find the values of bending moments, shear, and axial forces. Of course, our primary focus will be on Revit Structure, where we'll delve into the design of steel structures composed of both commercial profiles and trusses, emphasizing the detailing of all necessary connections, using both the built-in catalog of Revit Structure and custom-designed connections. Moreover, we'll explore the available tools for editing and adjusting the components of the structure, enabling you to achieve a detailed and precise design. Once the design is complete, we'll move on to generating all the detail drawings. This includes placing labels, dimensions, descriptions, and all the necessary information for fabricating the structure in the shop, as well as generating the bill of materials. And so, during this course, we'll begin with the designing and detailing of a steel frame structure, placing all the required columns and beams according to the design specifications. And once we obtain the first frame of the structure, we'll start with the designing of its connections, proposing a first design. But again, and beyond the mere drawing and drafting of the connections, we'll verify if that particular design is actually correct and sufficient in relation to both the internal forces produced across the members of the structure and the needed design code. Carrying out this task as we consider both the American and European design codes for steel construction, since this step will permit you to achieve a realistic design of the connections, which could be fabricated and assembled in the shop. Moreover, and for performing this verification with hole precision, we'll make sure that the sections of both columns and beams present the correct structural properties, and once we've attained an efficient and safe design of the frames, we'll continue with the development of the remaining aspects of the structure, such as the placement of purlins and bracing systems. Task that will also allow us to approach the subject of designing and utilizing custom connections. And having completed the design of the structure, we'll proceed with the development of the multiple detail drawings, from those pertaining to the structure's overall design to those of the connections, displaying all the dimensions, details, labels, and descriptions. Also, and once we've got more familiar with the tools of Revit Structure, we'll begin with the designing and detailing of a more complex structure, or a structure integrated by trusses, columns, and beams, and which will permit us to further advance in the subject of the development of custom connections, but also of many of the editing tools of Revit Structure, performing cuts and similar adjustments across the members of our structure. Finally, and once we've completed the design of the structure and subsequent detail drawings, we will take care of generating the bill of materials, thus obtaining the list of all the components and assemblies in the structure. And so, this course ensures that you'll gain a hands-on understanding of the workflow in Revit Structural Detailing, from designing steel frames and trusses to detailing anchors, purlins, and bracing systems, as well as verifying connection designs for safety and code compliance for either the American or the European design code. So all these subjects and more will be thoroughly covered in this step-by-step course of Revit Structural Detailing 2025. Moreover, through our support center, you'll have access to experts who can assist you as you study and practice, ensuring that you can apply your new skills confidently to your own projects. We hope to see you soon in our step-by-step course of Revit Structural Detailing.